Okay guys, welcome to this week's Fife Property Market Update, and that will cover the week just past, and that's from the 15th to the 21st of September. The weekly roundup, and we are going to look at what's really driving the Fife property market. I'm going to cover with you the recent listings and things coming soon with Fife Properties. I'm going to cover the weekly stats for the new and what's been instructed throughout Fife, and also what has been sold. And we'll have a review of all our content and shows that have been produced and that are coming in the next week. And I'll also touch on the details of this week's wealth creation show, which is tomorrow with myself, and I'll run through the details of that also. So let's kick off by looking at the weekly stats for the new and sold for the week. Just past, as I said, from the 15th to the 21st of September. I'll just show on screen here, hopefully you can all see that, the stats there for the entire of Fife, and it's broke down into the micro regions. We'll start off here with Cooper. You can see Cooper, you've got instructed, we have 15, and sold, subject to conclusion of missives, we have 10. Below that, we have the East Nuke, which we have 11 instructed, and 6 which are sold. Below that again is St Andrews. We have 11 instructed and 3 that are sold in St Andrews area in the last week. Leavenmouth, Leaven area, we have 9 instructed and then 11 sold, subject to conclusion of missives. Dunfermline, obviously quite a big area. We have 48 instructed in the last week and we have 43 sold, which is quite a balance there, but as I say, higher numbers because Dunfermline is quite a big area. The Glenrothes area, we have 22 which are instructed and 17 sold. In Kirkcaldy, which is fairly similar, 28 instructed and again 17 sold in the area. So for the entire Fife area, over the last week, we have 144 instructed and 107 which have sold. Now, as always, not included in those figures are the new builds. So for these areas, I'll pick out the new builds in certain areas that are not included in these figures. So we have St Andrews, we have 4. Dunfermline, we have 5. Glenrothes, we have 14. Now, if you've caught the midweek show and things, we were talking about new builds briefly in the show. And obviously Glenrothes has got quite a lot of new build in the old Tillis Russell site. There's a lot of development there with the new builds. So 14 in Glenrothes, and Kirkcaldy, again, there's a lot of new builds going up in Kirkcaldy, and we have 8 there, which are not included in those stats. So 4 in St Andrews, 5 in Dunfermline, 14 in Glenrothes, and 8 in Kirkcaldy. So that is our new or instructed and sold across the Fife area, broken down into the micro regions for the last week, the 15th to the 21st of September. Now let's have a look at the content and programmes that us here at Fife Properties will be putting out in the coming week and what we've just done in the week before. If you caught the Saturday show yesterday, you'll have caught Jim and Andrea doing episode 213 we're on for the Saturday morning show. Full house and full house to empty nest. So, and that was what's next for your family home after your children have all grown up and moved out of the family home, empty nest. So, I mean, at the last count, it was about 8 to 10% of the UK were thought to be empty nesters. So parents whose children have up and left, and it's just the couple parents left in the property. And the initial change could really bring some mixed emotions, everything from possibly grief to relief, but Jim and Andrea went through that in a lot of detail on Saturday. So if you didn't catch that, it was quite good. I think wherever people sit on the spectrum, it's also a time of transition and a lot of choices and things within that period. So should you keep your home as it is, or should you change how you use it, or start a new chapter and move to a different property that's maybe more appropriate size-wise? So yes, full house to empty nest. Jim and Andrea done that yesterday morning in the Saturday morning show. If you did miss that and think, well, that would be interesting, then catch up on any of our social media pages, of course on the YouTube channel, and you'll also get that as podcast as well. So that would be a good one to catch up on if you're in that position of the children flying the nest basically, and you're just left in the property and thinking about possibly downsizing. Sophie and I done the midweek show Thursday past, and that was a tale of two Fife property markets and the need for realistic pricing. That was a really good show. There was a lot of good stats in that, and it really explored whether Fife homeowners, are they really ready for the new property market reality? Do you know, as the Fife property market really undergoes quite a major shift, with the number of homes for sale nearly doubling since mid-2022, realistic pricing is more crucial than ever. And with competition growing and buyers being more selective, overpricing your Fife property could leave you languishing and really sitting unsold for quite a long time, and the pitfalls with that as well. So learning how to set the right price and stay ahead of that changing market is what we covered in the show. And that was, as I say, really informative. It had quite a lot of stats there. We had a few graphs in there to demonstrate the changes over the last 6 years, from 2019 right through to July of this year, 2024. And it really did resonate quite well with the facts and stats that we covered in the week. Previously, we looked at the roller coaster property market in the last 6 months. Do you know that? Pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, the trust's budget, and then obviously rising interest rates and everything as well in that show. And this was a really good follow-on from that. So if you did miss that, please catch up, as I say, social media pages and also the YouTube channel. And that, of course, is in podcast as well. That is a good thing if you're either on the market or thinking about listing your property, where you need to be, who you need to speak to, getting your price point right, and having your property on the market correctly from the get-go, and not being on the market too long. I think there were some stats in there that really highlighted the longer your property is on the market, even if you do get an offer, the likelihood and the percentage of that actually following through to an actual completion was a big point that we spoke about in there as well. So if you're in that situation, that's a really good show to catch up on. And of course, if you wanted any more one-to-one advice about that, feel free to reach out to myself or Sophie or one of the sales team. Tomorrow's Wealth Creation Show, I will be doing this Wealth Creation Show tomorrow live at 12:30. We're on episode 141. And the Wealth Creation Show tomorrow is about the power of compounding. So the power of compounding, it really kind of it dives into the compounding effect, and that really incorporates the principles of reaping huge rewards from a series of small and smart choices. So really consistently making smarter choices over a longer period of time is what's made the most successful people in the world so successful. So it is really an important thing. The compounding effect and the power of compounding is really relevant to your wealth creation journey. So please tune in tomorrow. I will be covering that in as much depth as I can. I'll be explaining how we can produce compound gains in our own lives by making the correct decisions consistently. I think is important over a long period of time, as opposed to looking for those short-term gains and wins. We just really have to be patient and keep faith in doing that, because it can be quite, obviously over the long term, you need to keep yourself in a positive mindset and things as well. So if you really want to benefit from compounding's fantastic benefits and take responsibility of your own life and your wealth creation journey, then hopefully I could discuss, it'll be live and it'll be interactive, so hopefully I could discuss that to a greater length than just obviously as I am just now, and that could help some of you change your mindset with your approach to your wealth creation journey and really get the benefits of that compounding effect, and as the title says, the power of compounding. So please join me for that tomorrow, live 12:30 on all our social media channels as usual. You could catch me there. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you there, and if you're watching live tomorrow, join in the comments, and I will of course do my best to answer any while we're on live, and if not, I'll get back to anybody out with the show. So let's have a look at what we have coming up to the market. So here's things for people to look out for coming to the sales market. Firstly, we have a one-bedroom flat, a first floor flat in Hamilton Place in Windygates. This was a previous rental that I managed and looked after. The landlords decided to sell. So this is a brilliant investment opportunity. It rents really well and has done consecutively for a few years. So if you're looking for a buy-to-let investment, this might be one for you. If you want any further details, please come to me direct or speak to one of the sales team. And of course, it would make a really good first-time buyer opportunity as well. A one-bedroom flat in a really good area, Windygates. So Hamilton Place, Windygates, one bed, first floor flat. Any information you would like on that, speak to myself or one of the sales team. Next property coming up is Charles Jarvis Court in Cooper. This is a 4-bedroom detached house. This is a really good area. Cooper in general is a good area, but this is a really nice area, a great residential area for families. A 4-bedroom detached house. It's an ideal family home. So if you're looking for that, that is coming to the market soon. It's not on the portals. It's not been pre-launched. So if you're listening to this, here's where you could get ahead of the game. If you're looking for a 4-bedroom family home in the Cooper area, speak to, as I say, one of the sales team or indeed myself if you're interested in that one. And then Soco links Holiday and Lodge Caravan Park in Crail. We have a lodge coming up there, which is coming to the market soon. It's a 2-bedroom detached, fully furnished lodge, and it benefits from really great sea views. So I'm sure you're aware, obviously, in this area of Crail, these don't come up very often. The sea views here are absolutely amazing. This lodge comes fully furnished, so that's an added benefit as well. So whether you're looking for that second, that holiday home, that second place to holiday in and escape to, or even just as your primary residence, it could be used as either, and it's in a really great location. And as I say, you can't beat the sea views there. So again, anybody that looking for any further information on that, then please speak to one of the sales team. You catch the sales team in the office 01333 424 188, or obviously you could speak to one of the sales team or indeed myself. The sales team in Cooper is 01334 654 221. So yeah, sales team or indeed speak to one of the team in the leaving office or Cooper. And that's it, guys. If you want any further information, feel free to jump in the comments. We'll catch it later on if you're watching this in the rerun, or indeed you'll catch any of the staff in the offices at any time for any of these properties that are coming soon. I hope those stats and the content that's coming up is useful. Join me tomorrow, guys, 12:30 live for the Wealth Creation Show. We'll be talking about the power of compounding and its benefits in your wealth creation journey. And I will catch you then. And until tomorrow at 12:30, I will see you all later, and I will leave it there today. Thank you.